And speaking of the different OEM brands that we currently work with, so you say we have Mercedes, Audi, Hyundai, just to name a couple. Like, what about if we had another potential partner who was interested in partnering with 4screen? Like, what would that process look like from like the very first step of engagement? Just to kind of paint a picture of like the process itself.
Yeah, so we do have a rather clearly defined, let's say, onboarding process for the OEMs or integration process. It all starts with getting to know each other and pretty much identifying the right people in the organization, because you have to imagine that OEMs are large organizations where thousands of people work and they have different responsibilities. And we have to, first of all, align on who's really driving the project on the OEM side. That might be in the sales department, might be in the R&D department, might be somewhere else in the strategy department, innovation department. We do see different approaches. I cannot tell you which one is the best, but yeah, it works out. I think our processes are rather flexible for that. But basically, the process itself always looks rather similar. It starts with getting connected to align like the objectives, like how and why we are doing this exercise. And as soon as this aligned, we usually start defining use cases. So as you might be aware, we do have like 4 standard formats. That may be like a branded pin where we show a brand logo on the map. We do have a search use case where certain results that are coming via our platform are highlighted in the search result list. We do have the recommendation where we actually pair sensor data from the vehicle with our database. So when the fuel is low, we recommend you the nearest gas station that is offering you maybe a free coffee or a free ice cream when it's hot outside. And we do have the detail screen where you can experience all this kind of content that our business partners and merchants are providing, such as this voucher for the free coffee or free ice cream. So usually it's about aligning which of these kind of formats and how we want to implement them, then work together with them on an implementation concept. We go in there, we do a technical architecture, we do technical assessments with them. We can bring best practices to the table. So we have some solution concepts that we usually use because also we bring expertise to the table. And as I always call it, it's something to hate because going into meetings, it's always better to bring something to the table that the counterparts can tell you, yeah, but this is not working. We cannot do that. This triggers always like a discussion that is usually very fruitful compared to when you don't have anything and you start from scratch, like everybody sits in the table and says, yeah, where to start? And I think we are now in the unique position that we have seen lots of implementations, and out of this we have seen what works good, what does maybe not work so good. So we can give recommendations to the OEM how to do something. And as soon as we have kind of, we know the objectives, we have defined the use cases, we know that it's working for the OEM. Usually that's when the contract work is being kicked off. So we go in contract and commercial negotiations with the OEMs. And as soon as this is sorted out, we go to the implementation process where usually all the development teams are coming in. So that's basically where our tech team and the OEM tech team are getting active, implementing our solution, followed by intensive testing. There's testing on OEM side, but also on our side. And at the end, when we are happy with the product and both sides give approval, we are ready for go live. And that's basically where our sales team is coming in, because then our sales team is responsible for delivering great merchants and business partners, so that drivers in the end can experience the 4screen solution in the car. And after go live, it's basically learning from the data, seeing like how are the products performing, where can we improve, where can we maybe add certain features to make customers and business partners more happy. And customers stands for drivers in this case, because like we have two consumers, let's say. On the one hand side, it's the drivers who have to have like a great experience in the car. And on the other hand side, we have our business partners that are basically paying for being on the car screen. So that's why we have to consider both, because only if both are happy, the product is performing well, and that's how our processes look like. Runtime from start to end, roughly between 6 and 12 months. Depends a little bit on the length of the processes, how quick decisions are taken. But for OEM and automotive standards, this is like really quick product implementation, and that's also why it enabled us to already, after 3 years, we are live with more than 6 OEMs right now.